So now we're going to move on to the next part of the experiment. First thing that we're going to do is set up our next experiment for 60 seconds this time instead of 20 minutes. To do this, we're going to go into Experiment and then Data Collection. And in the length box, we're going to change this to 60 and change the units to seconds. Then click Done. And you'll notice that the last data set has been cleared. And all of your graphs are already set up for this next part of the experiment. So you won't have to play around with any of the options or anything like that. So once that is set up, you'll now get your reactions set up for this third part. What you're going to do before you mix anything together, because this part of the experiment is going to be a little bit more time sensitive, you're going to want to make sure that the cuvette is cleaned out thoroughly and free of any remaining crystal violet from the last experiment. So again, rinse it out with water. If you still see crystal violet stuck in the cuvette, ask your TA for some 1 molar hydrochloric acid and rinse out again with distilled water to remove the acid. So for the next part of the experiment, we're going to take a water bath, and the water bath you can get from the TA. You'll mix a little bit of hot water and cold water. Essentially, you want the bath somewhere around 25 degrees. If it's a little bit higher or a little bit lower, then that's still okay. So we're going to take our crystal violet and we're going to measure out 10 milliliters. Transfer it into a 100 ml beaker. And we'll take our 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide this time, transfer it into a beaker, and then we're going to place the 2 beakers in our water bath. Then we're going to take the sodium hydroxide and mix it with the crystal violet solution. Again, we're going to let this reaction go for about a minute, stirring for the first 30 seconds. And then we'll let it stand for another 30 seconds. And after about another 30 seconds, you're going to check the temperature of the solution. So then you're going to transfer some of this solution out into your cuvette. Do a quick rinse a couple of times with the working solution. And fill up the cuvette. Quick wipe. And then we're going to place this in our spectrophotometer. And then click Collect. And you'll see that it'll record it every couple of seconds up until 60 seconds has passed. So once it finishes collecting, you'll see that it's recorded the graphs in all 3 displays. Again, you can apply the linear fit to the active graphs and sort of move it around so that you can properly see all of the data. And so then you'll repeat the experiment 3 more times using the same volumes of sodium hydroxide and crystal violet, but changing the temperature of the bath each time you do so. Again, always remember to clean out the cell before you mix your solutions together, since you will have to move fairly quickly after the solutions have reacted and place it back in your spectrometer again. So once you've run all 4 of your trials, you should get a graph that looks something like this. So here are all the 4 trials for the different temperature baths. And don't forget to print screen this information and save it in your Word document, since you will need some of the values to get your rate constants and then determine your activation energy value.